Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. So in today's video, we're going to be creating a complete drugstore makeup look. So all really affordable products, and I'm going to be using all products from Maybelline. Now, you guys, if you've been subscribed to my channel for 5 years, if you've been subscribed to my channel for a week, it makes no difference. You probably are already well aware of how much I love Maybelline. Pretty much when going into the drugstore, Maybelline's 9 times out of 10 my first choice. They make so many incredibly good products, and especially products that work for oily skin, which I really like as well. Now, I'm super excited to let you guys know that I am actually teaming up with Maybelline for today's video. Every time Maybelline reaches out to work with me, I'm like, excuse me? Me? It's just a huge honor to me because I've adored their products ever since I started first using makeup, hiding makeup in my school bag and putting it on at the bus stop so my mom didn't know. But we're going to be creating a bit of like a smoky brown eye look today. I'm going to be showing you guys a bunch of my favorite products from Maybelline that you've already heard me talk about in a zillion other videos, but also some brand new releases. Now, Maybelline have set up this really cool thing here for us in Australia that's called like Express from the US. And normally here in Aussie, we don't get products that you guys get in the US until like 6 months later. And it's like so hard to watch everybody talking about all these awesome products and then not actually get to play with them until they're finally here in stores, like literally 6 months later. So they're doing this really awesome thing that's exclusive to Priceline, and basically we get the products the same time that you guys get them in the US. So all the new releases over there, we get them at the same time, which I just think is super cool. So I'm going to be using a bunch of new releases as well, old faves, and we're going to be creating, look, one of the new products that are part of the releases that they've done this time is this eyeshadow palette. Oh, I'm gagging a little. There's a particular color in here that I just want to roll around in like a little piggy. This is the eyeshadow palette here. It's called the Nudes of New York, and this shade here, I want it all over my entire being. It just looks... Oh, yes. And maybe we'll do like a little bit of gold in the center of the lid. Just a smoky brown eye. I'm feeling something really quite smoky today. And probably a nude lip, let's be real. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist. If you are interested in watching that, then please stick around. Also, please make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let's jump straight into the makeup. Now, I can't decide if I'm too warm, if I'm too cold. I've turned the heater on and off 10,000 times this morning. I can't figure out my life. My life is unfigurable. I also washed my hair and out of nowhere, it's like super static and frizzy. What? Anyway, today's not my day. But if we tuck it behind, stay, should be good. All right, first up, to prep my skin and prime my skin for foundation, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Superstay Primer. This is a long time favorite of mine again, and a lot of the products that you're going to see today, you've heard me talk about a million times. So this primer is a really nice, lightweight, thin consistency. It does blur the skin, but it really creates just a beautiful smooth base for your foundation to go on top of. And I love that it does this without adding, and it blurs without adding too much of a slippery feel. So it really does help, it doesn't blur the pores, but then also make your makeup slide off. It's the best of both worlds, and it's a super lightweight, so it's not greasy on my oily skin. Really good for oil control and shine control during the day. It just makes the skin feel really velvety smooth. She is a long time fave for a reason, but I am just prepping the skin. I've actually got a new setting spray from Maybelline to try today. I'm low-key a little bit nervous, and this is what I always do with anything that says hydrating or dewy. The setting spray I'm going to try out is the glass spray. It's a brand newie, but it gives the skin a really glass, it makes your skin look so dewy that it kind of looks like glass. So I'm really curious to see how this goes on my oily skin. And I'm going to be pairing it with my Fave Superstay foundation, so I feel like nothing can get through this. So this here is the Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Foundation. This foundation is in my top 5 most loved Holy Grail foundations for a very good reason. It has been for years. If you go back and watch those videos, I talk about it all the time. It is like paint. Once it is on, it does not come off, but it also it smooths out imperfections. It's got amazing, it's quite full coverage, amazing coverage, so good when your oils come through. It doesn't break up and separate and get cakey. It is just phenomenal. Now the shade that I am in this one, I can never find the shade name on this. Why is that? Send help, guys. I can't find my shade name. Oh my gosh, it's on the front. Warm Sun. Okay. I recommend this foundation to you guys all the time. If you are at the drugstore and you're wanting, firstly, a foundation that lasts, secondly, a foundation so if you've got, you know, enlarged pores, you've got a bit of texture on your skin, and you're really just wanting to smooth everything out and really perfect it and kind of look like you photoshopped your face, this is the one that I always recommend. Super long wearing. I must admit, I mean, it says 24 hours, but I've never actually worn it for 24 hours. I mean, if you're wearing makeup for 24 hours, girl, you must be busy. You must be busy. I did actually do a full, like a proper review and wear test on this one. So if you want to see that video, I will link it down below. I mean, Maybelline's got so many amazing foundations. I, again, talk about them all the time. The Dream Satin, the Urban Cover. I've spoken about a lot of them recently because they're pumping out amazing foundation one after the other. I feel like I kind of can't keep up a little. The only one that I came across that didn't work for my skin necessarily was the stick version of this one. For whatever reason, my skin just prefers the liquid version, but if you're into stick foundations, they do a stick version of this. So that is pretty much all blended out, and I didn't really need to use too much product. That's the great thing about this foundation too. Like, it's got such good coverage, but without being cakey or thick or heavy. It just feels really lightweight on the skin. I absolutely love it. And every time like I use it again, I'm like, why do I not use this one every single day? Look at it. Oh, look at it. All right, to do my brows, I do have a couple of products here. I was like tossing up which ones I actually wanted to use because, again, Maybelline have got so many freaking awesome brow products, but I think I've made a decision. So I'm going to be using the new brow extensions. This is a pretty cool new product. This is a Crayon product, and it's also infused with fiber. So as you are drawing through your brows with it, it actually looks like it helps to thicken the brows and make them look, you know, hairier. So that's what this one looks like. I must admit, I do need a deeper shade. This is the medium brown and I need the dark brown, but I do not have it. This one does work, but what I'm going to do is just sort of very lightly fill in my brows with this one just to kind of create like a bit of a base. And then I'm going to follow up with the Ultra Slim pencil, which I've featured in that many videos in like the last 3 or 4 months. I just love it so much. Yeah, this stuff definitely works. Like, this brow looks way hairier than this one. Oh my gosh, I can hear the builders next door. One of them is talking about his girlfriend and like a situation that happened on the weekend. I shouldn't be eavesdropping, but like I could hear it. Oh, you can actually see the little bits of fiber in this. They're like little hairs. It looks like there's little hairs growing out of it. That's crazy. All right, going in with the Brow Slim, like I said, this is a super fine, teeny tiny little brow pencil. I've spoken about it in many videos. It's an awesome dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills the Brow Wiz, but I actually prefer this formula because, I don't know, I find it easy to control. I just feel like it looks more realistic, and the pencil is actually, like the tip of the pencil is actually smaller, which is quite surprising. But you can draw in like little individual brow hairs to make them look really natural and bushy. That's one hairy looking eyebrow. All right, brows are done and looking nice and hairy. I've also just quickly primed my lids. I did it off camera so it was quicker because I saw how long I've already been filming, and I just feel like my videos lately are just getting longer and longer. What do you guys think about longer videos? Let me know in the comments. But moving into this eyeshadow palette. So like I said, brand new release, brand new in the US, and you can get it right now at Priceline as well, which is super exciting. Nudes of New York. Now this is Maybelline's largest eyeshadow palette yet. So they say that this is inspired by New York's 16 diverse shades, and they're custom designed for a wide range of skin tones, which is really cool. Let's do little swatches. I mean, I did this shade before. This is the one that I want all over my face. All over my face, Globetrotter, but let's do one of the shimmers. Oh yeah, pretty gold shimmer, maybe Self-Starter. Oh, that's a nice cool tone brown. That one, Originator. Ooh, pretty champagne. Well, that one will make a really good brow bone highlight actually. So lots of colors. I think it's awesome to see drugstore brands starting to make larger eyeshadow palettes. Typically, you know, you could only get like a big eyeshadow palette from like Sephora or a department store, but now they're way more accessible. So I'm going to go in with this shade here, Creator. So this is like a medium matte brown. Oh, that's actually a lot creamier than I thought it would be. I'm going to buff this one all through the crease, and I kind of want this smoky eye to be really like blown out and big and bold, and yeah, I'm looking forward to this situation. Am I going anywhere today? No. Is anybody other than Brandon going to see this makeup? No. Poms will. I think the Poms will appreciate it. So this one's a nice medium brown. I'm not finding it too cool or too warm. Like, it's a really nice neutral in between. And it's a pretty nice transition shade. I can't wait anymore, guys. I have to try this colour, this Globetrotter colour. So I'm taking a slightly smaller blending brush, tap off the excess, and I'm going to start to pack this one directly in the crease. Actually, it's sort of coming off a little more cool toned on my skin than it looks in the palette. In the palette, it looks quite red, but on my skin, it's definitely more of like a yummy chocolate kind of a colour. It's gorge. So pretty much packing this one on. I'm using dabbing, but I'm also using windscreen wiper side-by-side motions because I think I may even pack this all over my lid, and then we'll come in with a larger, you know, fluffier blending brush, and we'll really fade out those edges. Oh, I like that colour a lot. So far, so good. Now for a deep matte brown, I'm actually quite surprised that there is no fallout on my cheeks. I would have expected there to be quite a lot. Wouldn't have complained. So yeah, it is a quite finely milled formula. They are packed quite densely into the pans as well. You do get a little bit of kickback, but certainly not as much as I, you know, kind of would have expected. All right, so now that we've got all of that packed in the crease, I'm going to pick up a larger blending brush and a tiny little bit more of that same shade, or maybe we'll try, yeah, no, I'm going to go in that same shade, taking that, and then we're going to start to blend out the edges. Now, I've spoken about smoky eyes a lot on my channel here. The whole idea of a smoky eye is layering. So you don't want to go in with like a black eyeshadow and then just try to blend it all over the lid. You have to work up slowly in depth and like layer colors on top of other shades. Like, see how it's created like a really nice gradient fade out effect? If I had just gone in with this deep dark color without a transition color, it would have been a patchy mess. All right, taking a flat shading brush or a flat packing brush, I'm going to mix that same shade with a little bit of the one next to it as well. So Globetrotter and Voyager. Voyager's like a little bit more of like a deeper, darker shade, and I'm going to pack them all over the lid. Whoa, there's so much pigment in these. It's a little crazy. Just make sure you tap off the excess. Oh my gosh, this color. Oh, I nearly even don't want to ruin it with gold. Not that gold would ruin it, but like, oh, such a yummy chocolate shade. Actually, let's put gold on the inner corner. Let's leave the actual lids this beautiful rich chocolate, and then we'll load gold or even like this beautiful copper color here onto the inner corner. Oh, okay. Inspiration has come. Even with my brush like fully loaded up with it, I'm still not getting any fallout on my, like, underneath my eyes. It's kind of bizarre. Yes, I feel like I'm just gonna have to do like my own photo shoot after this. Now for underneath the eyes, I'm first gonna go in with Explorer. It's slightly, looks a little bit like dusky pink, had a baby with medium brown kind of thing. It's like a really pretty color, but I'm going to sweep that underneath the eyes. Just sort of through the lower lash line. Oh, that's a really pretty color actually. Now I'm going to really smoke this out. Don't worry if you carry your shadow a little bit too far underneath your eye like that. You can always fix it up with foundation, but the whole thing is we're going to come in with some under eye concealer anyway. So it'll get cleaned up eventually. Okay, on a small little packing brush, I'm going to go in with the gold. So the gold is Inspirer. I mean, the copper looks amazing as well, but kind of feeling gold today. Now this is more of like an antique gold as opposed to a super, super vibrant gold, but I'm going to pack that right on the inner corner. It's definitely, yeah, more of an antique gold. Kind of like understated. It's really pretty. So on the brow bone, I'm going to go in with Originator. This is like the champagne color that we swatched earlier. And I'm just going to put that up here. Oh, that's not, ooh, she pigmented. Sometimes a lot of these shades can be a little bit too chunky for my liking because I've got, I mean, my skin's skin. I've got pores, I've got hairs. I don't have, we've got things to work around. And I do find a lot of the time that, you know, these champagne colors in more affordable drugstore palettes, they can be a little on the chunky side. This one's quite smooth. Well, that's pretty much it for the eyeshadows. Really, really impressed with that palette. And I would buy that Globetrotter shade as an individual any day of the week. It's just gorgeous. Now, to move forward, I'm going to take my Master Precise eyeliner. This is a liquid eyeliner, felt tip. It's been my favorite liquid eyeliner for, I mean, how many years now? 6? Probably more. It's just so easy to use. I'm pretty much just going to use it to tightline because I'm going to use lashes. And I don't want any of my skin kind of like peeking through. And then for mascara, I'm going to be doing the Falsies Lash Lift. This is a mascara you guys have heard me talk about a million times as well. But as part of the Express from the US thing, they've just launched this one in a waterproof formula. Same awesome brush. I like this brush because it's like thicker on the outer edges. Oh, she's an hourglass actually. Little waist, thicker down the bottom. I was quite a big fan of the original when they brought out the original, and that was, I don't think it was that long ago, maybe like a few months. So we'll see how the waterproof goes. I typically do have a hard time with waterproof mascaras like transferring onto my oily skin, but Maybelline mascaras for me, and honestly, you guys, this Lash Discovery mascara by Maybelline. Maybelline, I need to see this at more retailers in Australia. Please. It is literally the best mascara ever. Yeah, Maybelline mascaras are definitely some of my faves. Again, I talk about that all the time. So I do find that this one gives a lot of length, but it does give a lot of volume at the same time. You know how sometimes mascaras, I'll do one or the other. They won't do both, and then you're sort of like, oh, I have to use two and lay them and blah, blah, blah. It turns into like this hard process. This one's quite nice because it does a bit of both. I'm going to pop this on, and then I'm going to quickly pop some lashes on. Shall we do a big lash today? Are we in the mood? Are we in the mood? Yeah, but I'll do that off camera, and then I'll be right back. All right, moving back onto the skin now. I'm going to be using my all-time favorite Age Rewind Concealer. This, you guys, is one of my holiest of holy grail concealers. Has been for a really, really long time now. It is just freaking awesome. It's a really nice medium to full buildable coverage, but it's not cakey. It blends out effortlessly. It lasts all day. It's just a really beautiful concealer. Now, they have recently, and as part of this Express from the US, and I'm not sure if I mentioned earlier, but the Express from the US, like all of these brand new releases, are available in Priceline stores and online. Can't remember if I said that or not, but this new shade, they've launched a new shade called Neutralizer, and this one basically is supposed to be really targeted towards like neutralizing dark under eye circles, so I'm quite excited to try this. Now, if you aren't already familiar with the Instant Age Rewind Concealer, the packaging is really cool. It comes with like this little spongy applicator at the top, and then you click it, and the product comes up through that little applicator. So I'm going to try this new Neutralizer shade. Oh, it's quite yellowy actually. This is really cool. So I'm going to be using this one underneath my eyes. I might get a little bit more product out. Yeah, underneath my eyes to help neutralize my dark under eye circles. Another cool thing that I read about this one is it can be used as a highlighter as well. So if you're like cream contouring and highlighting, because it's this like yellow neutralizing banana kind of shade, you can use it as a cream highlighter. Okay, so that is definitely help correcting any darkness that I have underneath my eyes. The foundation had already covered a lot of it, but it is something that I suffer. I mean, I feel like nobody in the world is getting enough sleep. Okay, that has worked really, really well actually. You wouldn't even need to apply another concealer over the top of that. Like it's done everything. It's concealed and it's corrected. That's beautiful. I might actually even do a little highlighting down the bridge of my nose with that one, because why not? All right, now that we're nice and highlighted and concealed, we've covered up all of the mistakes that we made in the last 4 years. I'm going to go in with a setting powder. The Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder is still, in my opinion, the best loose setting powder that you can get at the drugstore. I've said that a million times and I will say it again. It absolutely is. Now, this is a slightly tinted setting powder. It has like a mineral kind of a base to it. It's very, very smoothing, very long lasting. It is just really, really nice. So I'm using the shade Light, and what I'm going to do is just pick it up on the same sponge that I blended my foundation, my concealer in with, and I'm going to press it into the skin to set it all in place. To add a little bit of color back into my face, I'm going to be using the Maybelline City Bronzer. This is the shade Medium Warm. Another product that you guys have seen me talk about many times. It has been in many favorite videos. Really, really finely milled. So I like that I can get like a really nice, like it doesn't take ages to blend out. It can be quite easy with a lot of bronzers to, you know, put a little bit on and then all of a sudden it's already looking like choppy and patchy and just a big mess. And it's actually really hard to go back from that without making things kind of worse. This one's really smooth and it's difficult to make a mistake with it. I also feel like on some level it's nearly like it airbrushes the skin as well. Like the areas that you apply it seem to just look smoother than the areas where you haven't applied it. It's awesome. So I'm applying this one sort of to the hollows of my cheeks, but I am blending upwards as well. And I'm kind of connecting it to my hairline in the outer areas of my face because I don't want it to look like, you know, I've done like a really heavy kind of a contour, but I do want it to give my face shape and like lift my face and kind of like pull everything together. So bringing that down, I typically don't take it anywhere past like the pupil of my eye there. Blending it all in. You can also do underneath your chin as well. I don't find that I do that a lot. I sometimes do it. For blush, I'm taking one of the Fit Me blushes. I really like these as well. Really long lasting formula, very finely milled. This is the shade Rose and it's a really pretty, it's not like too pink, but it's also not too coral. It's a really nice mixture of, I don't know, it's a balanced blush color. And I'm gonna add a little of that sort of to the apples of my cheeks, at least the back part of the apple of the cheek. Blending that up into the hairline as well for a little bit of color. I love me a blush. You guys know how much I love me a blush. Working that into the skin. These never emphasize texture. I find that they last a really long time as well. They're quite nicely pigmented, but they're also not over pigmented, so you can't make a mistake really easily, if that makes sense. They sit really naturally on the skin. I really like them. And then, leave a comment down below if you are aware of my full-on love affair. I would marry this highlighter if I could. Honestly, it is so nice. So this is the Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter. This is the shade Molten Gold. They do have it in other shades. If I had $1 for every video I've put this in, I'd be rich. It's just one of the most intense but still really creamy, buttery, non-texture emphasizing highlighters that you can get at the drugstore. Like it is a high-end highlighter at a low price. I absolutely love this stuff. I would like to see it in even more shades, not gonna lie. Oh, look at it on my skin. I mean, I've hardly put any on and it's just like bazing. Look at that. Look at that. The amount of times I've put this on and I've gone to the bedroom because we've got all these big, beautiful windows in our bedroom and I've just taken 10,000 selfies and just been like, like it's kind of shameful. I do it all the time. Oh my goodness. Heaven. So I'm going to really load this up because I'm feeling kind of extra. And like I said, no one's going to see this makeup. So why not be extra today? Cupid's bow, tip of the nose. I've been doing the tip of my nose, but also the bridge of my nose up here. I've been liking it. I've been feeling it. And for lips, I'm going to be using one of these. Now, I've got them all bundled in this little collection still because I've been promising you guys for what I feel like is ever about doing a full swatch video on these. I'm absolutely obsessed with these. I've spoken about these in a zillion videos. They are just so good. They're like a hybrid between a lip liner and a lipstick. They're so long lasting, so easy to apply, so creamy. Absolutely obsessed. So yeah, you've already let me know that you all want to see a swatch video. I will do the swatch video. I need to just do it. I need to stop talking about it and just do it. But I'm thinking it might be fun if we create kind of like a little bit of an ombre lip situation today. So let's go with this sort of deeper, oh, how nice is that shade there? We're going to go with this one. And then I might grab, maybe this one here, this light pink kind of color. All right, so these ones are like little wind up lip pencils. They've got quite sharp little tips on them. So they're really good for drawing in like Cupid's bows, lining your lips. This deep shade is Accept a Dare. Okay, that's definitely me. And the lighter shade, the pinkier one, is Lead the Way. First, I'm gonna take the deep one. They're just the easiest lip products to work with, honestly. They're insane. I was obsessed with they were the Color Sensational. They were like chubby little lipsticks / lip pencils. I believe they've been discontinued now. And I actually think that these ones maybe have replaced them. As far as lip products go, I like me a 2-in-1. I really do. I'm just going to fill in the corners just a little. And then we're going to go ombre. So to do that, I'm going to do the light pink and I'm pretty much going to draw all over the center portion of the lips. You don't even need a brush to blend it in, like it's basically blended itself. The same thing at the top. It's really hard to talk while you put lipstick on, FYI. I feel like I always try to do it and then I'm like, Nikkia, just talk after. Just stop talking. And that is the lips done. Doing an ombre on the lips, it really makes them look like a lot bigger than they actually are. It's a quick and easy, surefire way to make your lips look plumper. And then finally, to finish, the glass setting spray. Like I said, I'm borderline nervous about this, but apparently it gives the dewy glass look whilst at the same time extending your makeup. So I'm going to be wearing this all day, so I'm going to be able to update you guys on how it goes. So let's get the crazy hair out of the way, shall we? We'll do a couple little priming goes. Oh, it's actually quite a nice fine mist too. Let's see if this gives me the dew of a lifetime. Oh, how are you doing? I had to. I feel like I left it wide open to not. Okay, so it feels really, really lightweight on my skin. And it definitely has given me a subtle, like a dewiness, but without making me look like I'm sweaty. Because nobody wants to look sweaty. But here is the finished look, guys. I'm really, really happy with how this turned out. And again, I'm going to go to the bedroom and take a zillion selfies. I will post a selfie of this look actually over on my Instagram. If you're not following my Instagram, you should totally come join the fam. But it's a nice chocolatey dark smoky eye, really like perfected sort of photoshopped looking skin and an ombre lip. I like. So I hope that you guys really enjoyed today's video. I hope that you enjoyed seeing some of my faves from Maybelline and also some of the brand new releases. Like I said, those brand new release items are available in Priceline stores and online as part of the Express from the US thing. And I honestly just think it's awesome that we're able to get the products at the same time as the rest of the world. We don't want to feel left out. Don't leave us little Aussies out, okay? I feel like I kind of like my hair messy with this actually. It works out well because my hair is always messy. But I hope that you enjoyed the video. I hope that you enjoyed seeing all my faves from Maybelline. Actually, let me know your favorite product from Maybelline because maybe I haven't actually tried it. They've got so many. Their range is so big. So let me know what yours is so that I can try it too. But yes, give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And I will catch you all in my next one. Sending you all so much love. Mwah! Oh, got lipstick on me. I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.